Chapter 6. Veil. A lace black veil rests over my left eye. I walk, black heel after the other, looking nervously down. Behind me is the carriage hearse, with two black and stallion horses whipped along the pathway. I walk with the people along a park, clutching a bouquet of white and red roses. The sky is bright and alive, but with every step towards the sun it fades. Everything behind me paints into monochrome, the darkest shades of black and white, frozen in time. I am wearing a small body-type black dress, but that doesn't really matter anymore. I miss him so much. The idea of attending this funeral seems uncomfortable and embarrassing to me. I am wrapped in rumours and lies about his death, and I don't even know what happened. Cause of death unknown. He was found just outside the forest, dead. There was a lighter very close to his body, and the police supposedly suggested that he had tried to set it on fire. It wasn't working quick enough. He could have killed himself, but the police closed the case very quickly, stating the pressure of the situation, including his intoxication, would have led to an imminent heart attack. A single black tear meanders down my face, oozing and bubbling down my cheek, and drops lifelessly onto the roses, choking them spitefully. They blacken at the tips and start to fade, becoming gothic and dead. Everything I touch turns to something of a hellish nature. The coach driver smiles at me and then abruptly looks down. Everyone is treading so softly to try and communicate. My irrational behaviour has led to people being incredibly cautious around me. As we walk, the people stare. The flamboyant relatives behind me and the massive carriage is such a commotion, but still I walk alone, divided from everyone else by the hearse carriage. The church finally comes into sight, a sharp and malignant spire. I advance. I try to think what I'm going to say in front of everyone. Everything that I picture feels forced and painful. I don't want this. Entering the colossal arc-shaped entrance, a woman in the church tries to hold my hand. I see it as not helpful and brush past her in a brash manner. I sit on the first row, on the seat closest to the aisle. I pathetically whimper in my seat until the congregation enters. Naturally, my mother spots me and hurries over to the seat adjacent to me. Similarly, she tries to hold my hand and be comforting. I softly muster up a smile. And then the coffin. A huge, solid oak capsule is walked along the aisle, reminiscing me of my own entrance to my own wedding. It is placed down by 4 old men in black blazer coats and white collars. And then the service. After an hour of his favourite songs, tears and bickering relatives, people start to filter out. My mother's tired eyes stare into mine, preceded by an everlasting hug. I wish to be alone, and everyone in the church returns to their irrelevant lives. I run up to the stage platform and spread my fingers along the oak, stroking the smooth and polished surface. The cross, a white crucifix, is carved onto the top of the coffin. I feel its cold blessing and gently kiss it. Goodbye, my love. I am so sorry. I sit in the back of the car, driving up to the cemetery. I don't know how I feel about him being buried underground, but that's supposedly what he would have wanted. The cemetery is to the right of a motorway, and glistens from its divide between nature and society. We park and walk along. I spent the most money for this grave and asked for the nicest spot. It's on the top of a steep mound in the cemetery. It looks up higher than anything, and I feel as if I've done a successful job for him. The big, monochrome sky begins to weep heavily, and the gravediggers begin to dig into the ground at immense speed. I stare at the coffin. This is the last time. I close my eyes and gently smile. Although this is the end, the idea of him having a happier life is comforting. I love you. As I walk swiftly away, it is loathed into the undergrowth, back into the darkness.